impact has been devastating. Bríd Smith, we heard Neale Richmond there saying that, you know, yes, every system is vulnerable and systems are vulnerable, but this is how we now go in place to fix it, and that the systems are in place to do that.
Well, first of all, there's a huge level of violence. Literally, violence has been visited upon members of the public and the hospitals, and it's extremely serious. And my heart goes out to the stress that the frontline workers are meeting, and families and patients, the stress and the pain that they're meeting because of this. But look, I think Neale is right. There's criminals out there who are well able to hack all sorts of systems, and we live in a highly digitalised and connected world. But it is also a fact that we were warned as early back as last December that by Microsoft that the system was outdated and not protected enough in the HSE, and that it needed to be upgraded. And when I heard about this first, I thought immediately, I wonder, was the HSE under-resourcing its technological system, like it under-resources public health doctors, like it under-resources public beds, like it under-resources all of the public health. And COVID showed us the gaping holes that appeared in our public health system when we ran into a crisis. And now we know that they actually did under-resource the HSE's cyber security system. So that's where the problem lies. And I'm not saying that to be just oppositional. I'm saying that you have to acknowledge that there was a problem. And now people are working very, very hard to deal with it and to get us back to somewhere safe. And that's really important, and we have to thank them for that. But there was a problem, and there was a warning that it was under-resourced. And we pride ourselves on being at the heart of cyber security. We've got the 50 biggest cyber security companies located here in Ireland. We're the heart of data centres of the planet, and we don't get it right.
Right, OK. I want to bring Adrian Webb point of that and the vulnerabilities that are there now, and the fact that this crisis and this problem could roll on for weeks, if not months, in terms of getting the system back up and running now. The question of the ransom comes into it. What would your take be on how we deal now with the hackers, negotiating with them or not, Bríd?
Well, they want us to pay a ransom so that the data isn't sold on. But there's no guarantee that you pay them ransom, they don't sell it on into the dark web. So I don't agree that we should pay a ransom. I think we should do everything to protect ourselves. But I think we should also acknowledge that we didn't do everything to protect ourselves. And I'm not sure if it's just because we have no tradition of militarism in this country. We have, as I said, we are the centre of high-tech data technology of the globe. All of the big companies are headquartered here. We've got a huge amount of expertise in this country, not necessarily working for the state, probably working for private enterprise. But we need to change that. And we need to take this really seriously.
Well, Bríd, how many times have you spoken out against European investment in security and defence?
I have not spoken against European investment.
My very first debate in the Dáil followed you saying the militarisation of the EU is wrong and we should not be giving 2 to 3%.
What do you mean the very first debate in the Dáil?
That I contributed to in the Dáil.
Right.
The statements in European Council.
I didn't contribute.
And I followed you in the Dáil chamber as my first debate, and you said we should not be approving a European budget that increases investment in security and defence. This is what this
Neale,
is.
don't misquote me. What we were against was increasing spending on arms, bombs and military
security
equipment.
and defence. I was in the chamber.
We were against PESCO. We were against putting the budget into buying more arms, more equipment and donating a chunk of our budget
ICT equipment to defend against these sort of attacks.
This is separated. Why does it have to be linked up solely with
defence and security? These are international cyber terrorists. Okay. This is no different than someone putting...
This is a deflection away from
because
under-resourcing the health services security system.
It's about a realistic approach, as Adrian said, to our defence and our security.
The debates you're referring to were about PESCO.
It was about the European Council.
It was about...
I just want to stick with the issue that's
at hand.